My husband and I spent years dialing in our early retirement strategy, and we really thought that we had the perfect setup with our bridge account, our 401k, and our Roths, but we were missing something. Today I want to talk about HSAs, health savings accounts, and why they can be such a great addition to your investment strategy. Because looking back, this is the one account that we wish that we understood and prioritized much sooner. I'm going to show you why the HSA deserves to be the fourth pillar in your investment strategy, alongside your 401k, your Roth, and your brokerage, and how it can actually become a flexible fund for your life after 65. If you're a Gen Xer in that crucial window before retirement, I don't want you to have the same I wish we knew moment that we had. So we're going to look at the unique math that makes this account special, the 2026 rules that you need to know, and the strategy called the Shoebox Method that gives you that incredible tax-free flexibility. So let's get into it. The reason why we wish we had started this sooner is the math. The HSA is the only account in the entire U.S. tax code that is a triple tax advantaged. It's first tax-free going in, so every dollar that you put in lowers your taxable income. And if you contribute through payroll, you even bypass the FICA taxes, which is an immediate 7.65% win. And then it's tax-free growth, because once that money is in, you can actually invest it, and it grows shielded from the IRS, just like a Roth. And then it's tax-free coming out. If you use it for medical expenses, you never pay taxes on the withdrawal. When we sat down and looked at the numbers on this, that missed opportunity really hit home. If we had been maxing out our HSA for the last decade and investing it in the S&P 500, that account could easily be worth six figures today, all tax-free. It's meant to work in tandem with your other accounts to create a truly tax-efficient retirement. Now, one of the biggest things that we did not understand is that an HSA is not a use it or lose it account. It's different than an FSA. So it belongs to you forever. And because of a strategy called the Shoebox Method, it is incredibly flexible. What the Shoebox Method is that the IRS does not require you to reimburse yourself for medical expenses in the same year that you pay it. There is no deadline. So what this really means is that you can pay for a dental cleaning, a pair of glasses, or even an over-the-counter prescription out of your pocket today. You're going to scan that receipt into a digital shoebox and then let your money in your HSA stay invested. Fast forward to retirement, now you've got years of compounding growth and a folder full of old receipts. So now you can reimburse yourself for all those old expenses at once. And here's the key. Once you reimburse yourself with valid receipts, that money is yours to spend however you please. The IRS doesn't track it to see that you used it for a reimbursement for a medical bill or even a trip. By paying out of pocket now and saving your receipts, you are building a tax-free slush fund for your future self. But what if you run out of receipts before your HSA is empty? Well, this is the part that we really wish we had known. Because after age 65, the HSA essentially turns into a traditional IRA. So if you want to take money out for a non-medical reason, the 20% penalty that is usually applied completely disappears once you hit 65. You just pay ordinary income tax on the withdrawal, exactly like you would with a 401k. This makes the HSA a no-lose scenario. If you have medical bills, which most of us will, it's tax-free. And if you don't use it all, then it's a tax-deferred retirement account. It gives you the options that your 401k and Roth just can't match on their own. It's not just a medical fund, it's also a lifestyle fund. Now, if you're ready to add this to your strategy, you need to know the 2026 limits. They are the highest that they've ever been. So for an individual, your limit per year is $4,400. A family limit is $8,750. And if you're a Gen X, you can do the catch-up, and this is ages 55 and plus. You get to put in an extra $1,000 per person. So in 2026, a couple over 55 can stash away $10,750. To qualify, you just need a high deductible health plan with a minimum deductible of $1,700 for individuals or $3,400 for families. But watch out for the Medicare landmine. If you're in that 5-year exit plan, when you sign up for Medicare Part A, that coverage is often backdated by 6 months. The moment that you are on Medicare, you can no longer contribute to an HSA. So if you don't stop contributions in 6 months before you apply, the IRS will hit you with a 6% excise tax for every year until it's fixed. So if you're turning 64 soon, this probably needs to be on your radar today. Now here is your 3-step homework. First, check your health plan that you have right now. If you don't have a high deductible health plan, see if it makes sense during open enrollment this fall. And then make sure that your employer does have an HSA option. But don't worry if they don't, because you can still get an HSA through a brokerage like Fidelity or Vanguard. You just won't get that FICA pre-tax savings. Then start your digital shoebox. Even if you only have a small balance, start saving those receipts now. And third, invest. Don't just let your HSA sit in a savings account because it's only going to earn about 0.01%. Treat it like your brokerage account. We wish we had started this journey 10 years ago. But a late start can still have a strong finish if you take that first step today. Because early retirement is about using every tool available to give yourself the most options possible. Let me know in the comments below. Did you know that your HSA could basically become an IRA after age 65? And if you're wondering how health insurance fits into your early retirement bridge, check out this video. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.